The Talmud teaches that in Adam Lomid Ela Bimkom Shalibo Chafetz, the Talmud Navoda Zara, that someone will only learn about something that they're interested in. Curiosity is required for learning, and that's something that we all know experientially. If we're interested in the subject, it's extremely enjoyable to learn about it, and if we're not, it's very boring. In that spirit, at this time of physical distance, we wanted to connect with you, the children of Congregation Beth Sholom. We like normally leading prayers with you and being with you on Shabbat and holidays, but we're not able to do that now so that we can all be safe. So we're thinking about the best way to connect with you. And we decided that curiosity, you kids are curious. We should all learn from that. And so we wanted to take your questions. So we started this Ask the Rabbi, Ask the Rabbanit series, so that you could send us questions and that we could answer them. And so I'm here today to answer a question from Adelaide, who wanted to know why she can't watch television on Shabbat. And there are two parts to this answer, Adelaide. It's a great question. Why can't we watch TV on Shabbat? And it's really important. The first part is a prohibition to protect. So there are some things on Shabbat, like cooking, driving, other things that use electrical appliances that are prohibited by the Torah. And so because some things are prohibited by the Torah, the rabbis were afraid maybe people would get confused if they can use some electric things and not other electric things. And so a custom developed not to use any electricity. That's the protect. Sometimes we have laws that are bigger, that are wider than they need to be in order to protect us, to make sure we don't violate a more important law. But then we always have to ask, you should always ask, if I'm not allowed to do something, if I'm not allowed to do it, what am I freeing myself up to do? And I think that's the other part of this, which is the ruach, the spirit of Shabbat. And the spirit of Shabbat is one of rest, one of appreciation of the 7 days of creation, of nature and the world, and one of our families and community. And so all week long, and even more now that we have been inside for so long, most people are spending a lot of time using screens like the one I'm speaking to you on now. But actually, screens distract us from spending time outside, seeing the sky and the trees and the plants and the animals with the natural world, which is something that we're supposed to do more of on Shabbat. And screens can distract us from spending time and being present with our family members, being able to listen to them, talk to them, play with them. And so even though that can be a little boring sometimes, it's a really important thing to do. And if we have one day where we can't use screens, we make sure that we're carving out and keeping some time for those really important things, which is what one of the main things that Shabbat is for. So to summarize the answer, the first answer is it's a custom, something we all kind of do. And the reason we do it is because some electric things are prohibited by the Torah and some aren't. We don't want to get confused because we care a lot about the Torah. The second part of it is that screens actually keep us from the spirit, from enjoying how Shabbat is supposed to be. There's a certain feel or atmosphere to Shabbat. And putting the screens away, computers, television, other things like that, help us to prioritize and to do what we want to do in a better way on Shabbat. So thank you for that question. And we'll look forward to more questions from you and other kids like you during the next round. Chag Sameach.